You know when you are just sick and tired of what you have now, and you're like, I know I deserve better. I absolutely deserve better. There's no reason that I shouldn't be up there with the upper echelon. There's no reason why I'm not living the life that I want to live. There's no reason why I have to go do this job that I don't want. There's no reason why I'm not driving a G-Wagon right now. Well, you're not going to ever get to that G-Wagon if you're not grateful for that Corolla that might be in the damn garage. Do they still make Corollas? I don't know. Hi, I'm me, and this is my channel, and I am about to tell you a few techniques or a few different understandings on how to find that feeling of gratefulness that everybody talks about. Let's get to it. Boy, gratefulness. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, okay? When people used to say, "Oh, you should be grateful," it's like, name 5 things that you're grateful for. Normally, you go like this. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for my shoes. I'm grateful for my family. You know what I mean? And then what it is a thought. You have to go figure it out. But what I just learned, well, I learned it before, but all these lessons when you're going through a spiritual journey, they come back over and over again as you level up, just to make sure that you remember and that you're grateful and that you're humble and that you're not so prideful and all of this other stuff, right? So my gratefulness lesson just came back up, and I'm going to give you a couple examples to help you be able to find gratefulness so easily without it being a thought, instead being the feeling, because everything in life is manifesting. So once you find that feeling of gratefulness, that's when you will then be able to manifest everything that you want. And it's such a trick. It's so crazy how it happens, but this is how it works. Okay. So just recently, my wife has a cleaning business that I help with, but I'm not gonna lie, I think in another life I was definitely royalty or something. My mother and my family spoiled me. I was the baby, and I'm not used to like doing the root of the mill chores, laundry. God, I didn't do laundry till I got to college. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I loved it. I mean, and I think that I came out perfectly fine. But the point is, she has this cleaning business, and we have to, go do cleaning gigs, and it's very lucrative, right? But I found myself saying, I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired of going to these dang jobs. I'm trying to start my YouTube. I can't be out here doing this. I gotta come do my videos. I don't want to do this no more. Well, I'm a very powerful manifester. Like, I'm getting more powerful and more powerful as the days go by. And you know what happened? The cleaning jobs stopped. God said, fine, I won't give you cleaning jobs. You're good. You won't have no more gigs. You're fine. It's the holidays. People are celebrating. And then I'm like, thank you. Finally. And then I noticed there ain't no cleaning jobs coming. And it's like, oh, the money is going down, and I'm spending this and I'm spending that. And then, and I'm like, oh crap, rent's coming. And I'm like, oh crap. And I had to go back to the drawing boards, like, just to make sure we have like extra income coming in. I went back to doing DoorDash just to supplement that income that we're losing due to the holiday season and the gigs slowing down. And so in that moment, as rent gets closer and Christmas is getting closer, and I'm not making the money that I'm used to making, and you start to feel that fear and that anxiety of, am I gonna have enough money to pay for gifts, to pay for this, to pay for all these kid things, I'm getting inundated with all of this stuff. What the heck do I do? It's like, God, I wish I had a cleaning gig. God, I wish I had a cleaning gig. You mean to tell me the cleaning gig that you didn't want to go to, that you were complaining about because you're so much better than going to clean other people's houses who paying you a lot of money? Yeah, that job, I really would like to get that back, please. And as it gets closer, what God will do is the universe, God, source, whatever you like to use, it'll get you real close to what you don't want to happen, just so you can understand how to be grateful for the things that you already had. So it was getting harder, and then once I found, and once that epiphany came, that aha moment of gratefulness, I knew it was there, but it hadn't hit me yet until I realized that I said to myself, we could use a cleaning gig right now. And so only thing that lesson was meant for was to teach you to be grateful for what you already have. Because if you're in a constant state of, I deserve better, I want this, I shouldn't be doing this, or I'm so much better than this, then all you're manifesting is the lack of having whatever it is that you feel, or whatever place that you feel like you're not at yet. You feel like you deserve a Benz and that you're supposed to be driving a Benz already, and it's not here, and you're still stuck in your complaints. Well, only thing that you're manifesting is the wanting of that Benz, that feeling of you deserve it without that feeling of having it. So when I figured that out, guess what? Ding, 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 gigs. And when my wife says, we have this gig on this day, or we're booked up for the week. And I'm like, great, I am so grateful. Now, if you want to be honest, and there is a part of you that's still like, or maybe I'm tired, or dang, I'm not going to be able to record if I have to go do these gigs. But you are way more lighter on that energy than you ever were, because you know what it's like to not have it. And now you know what it's like to have it again. So no matter what, even if you get past it, if you ever got to go back to doing that cleaning business, or if you ever got to go back to DoorDash, then you are so grateful that you even have those options that will bring you money, that you will not complain as much, and you will find that gratefulness in it, because you were just so close to not having all that you have already, because what was coming in you weren't grateful for enough. That's number one. Another example. Considering I just moved here from LA, I understand the LA life, okay? Way different, okay? So let me give you an example. And for my LA people, or anybody that likes the big city, this one is for you. You're in a big city. You're in that studio apartment that's expensive as hell. You get what I'm saying? You have a husband, or you have a wife. Y'all are ready to build a family. And you're like, I need to get the hell out of this fucking... I need to get the heck out of this studio. I can't live here anymore. And then let's just say you got an ant problem at that. Now they're biting you in your sleep. You can't sleep, and you're really starting to hate this place. So you talk to your husband or your wife, you talk to your spouse, and you're like, honey, we got to get out of here. I'm losing my mind. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be in a house. I want to look over the city or something like that. You know what I mean? Well, you can't look over the city in a house, but you get it. I just want a better lifestyle here. I need more space. I need more room. Okay? Yeah, great point. But the thing is, you start to feel it too much. And then every day you start to find something that makes you like your place less. Because you got to understand, you're also manifesting right now. So you're in a manifestation, and you're, as a magnet, you're bringing in a whole lot of things you don't like, because you're in that energy of, I don't like things. So guess what? A lot of things you don't like will come, because you're telling karma, this is the energy that I want. The feeling of, I don't like this. Can you bring all these things that I won't like so I can keep feeling this, I don't like this energy? Okay, so then your husband gets, or your wife, okay, gets a job offer in Des Moines, Iowa. You're a city person, and your husband or wife gets a job offer in Des Moines, Iowa. Now, you coming from the city and you're going to Des Moines, Iowa. I don't even know what, I visited there like one time. It's like, I'm imagining cows and farms and a lot of plains, okay? Definitely no big city type stuff. You're not going to Coachella in Des Moines, Iowa. You are definitely not seeing no kind of fashion week, and you might see Betsy the cow. That's the best I can give you, okay? So maybe Mr. Ed, but you're not living a life that you would ever live in LA. And then guess what? You go visit Des Moines. Oh, treats. And you're like, where the am I? Where am I, babe? We cannot do this. This is awful. And your spouse is like, I love it here. We might move to Des Moines, Iowa. No offense to Des Moines, Iowa. I swear, guys. Beautiful place, I guess. You know, I'm sure some people love it. Some people don't like the city, but for a city person, this would be your worst nightmare. So then you're meeting the co-workers, and they're about to offer your spouse a great big job. And all you can think about is, please, for the life of me, get me back to my studio with the ants in LA. Get me back to LA as soon as possible. So then you go back to LA. You had a heck of a time, meaning a horrible heck of a time, all right? And you walk into your studio like you just walked into a mansion. Oh my God. And then you see an ant on the counter. Oh, ant, are you hungry? Like, I'll feed you. I don't care. I'll stay here as long as I don't have to go to Des Moines, Iowa. And so then your spouse says, okay, babe, we're not going to go to Des Moines. And you're like, thank God. So I was having a talk with one of my friends, and we both kind of figured out that the feeling of gratefulness is really the emotion of relief. It's that thank God moment. That is one of the best moments that you feel grateful, because when you come close to losing what at first you weren't grateful for, what at first you didn't think you loved that much, what at first you were definitely unhappy about having, all of a sudden in an instance, when you get close to losing it for something that is not as great in your eyes, you then realize just how good you have it. So it's really important to be grateful for every single thing you have. And when somebody says it now, you don't really have to look for it. Just remember not having what you have now, and then think, I could totally go back to that, and I was just that close to it. Or I remember, take a note, put it down there, write it down when you didn't have something and the day you got it back. Try to hold on to that feeling, or that Corolla that's in that garage that you hate so much. Let's just say it broke down. Broke the heck down. Can't get you from point A to B no more. And even though it could never get you to point Z, it still could get you back and forth to work. And now, not only do you not have that Benz, you also don't have that Corolla. So now you have the Metro. So if you don't want the Metro, be grateful for that Corolla. If you don't have the mansion, be grateful for that studio. And if your YouTube ain't making you millions of dollars yet, be grateful for that cleaning gig. Because if you didn't have it, it would suck. And by accepting what you have, by loving what you have, that is going to manifest the energy, telling karma, saying, I like feeling this feeling of having everything that I need. That's when you level up and get more. Many blessings to y'all. I'll be back with you with something new, something out of this world, and we'll see what we can get into. Y'all have a blessed day.